Trade. Got to talk trade, especially today. Our next guest says President Trump is going to get a deal with Mexico before the midterms. Let's bring in Gary Hufbauer, Peterson Institute for International Economics Senior Fellow thereof. Make your case, because we're surprised to hear that we might get a deal with the incoming president of Mexico by November. Again, make your case.
Thanks. Well, the stars are aligned at the top. That's to say, between President Trump and Lopez Obrador. President Trump has, got a fight going with China. That's not going to be resolved anytime soon. He has a fight with the European Union, and I would be very pleasantly surprised if something good comes out of this meeting in Washington, maybe, but not very likely. However, it would be wonderful for the president if he could say, we've made progress on NAFTA, on reforming NAFTA, on getting a better NAFTA. That's his view, and it really would be quite a payoff for him prior to the November election, because so far, with all these trade initiatives he's mounted, there's no big success.
Well, why should the Mexican... Look at it from the other side. Why should the incoming Mexican president, why should he go to the table and agree with Trump?
You're right. But Lopez Obrador has the problem that the Mexican economy is really suffering from the uncertainty about NAFTA, about the future of trade with the United States. This is really limiting new investment in Mexico, and Mexican growth is not very good. Now, would Lopez Obrador, as president, want to spend the first year or two of his 6-year term wrestling over NAFTA? No. He'd like it to be behind him. Any bad parts of the New Deal, he could blame on the previous government, Nieto, because Nieto, the current president, would have to sign off. Lopez Obrador doesn't actually take office until December 1st. So that's his payoff. Get certainty for the Mexican economy, get the bad stuff behind him.
That's interesting.
So that's how it's aligned at the stars.
That President Trump is dealing from a position of strength with Mexico, certainly with the Europeans, and with China. And that position of strength is based on our very strong economy, 4% growth. So would you agree with that, that we are in a position of strength here?
Oh, yes. The United States is doing very well, and it is in a position of strength with all three. But with China and the European Union, you have very strong resistance. But with Mexico, they would like to see better times, and it's obviously a very small economy compared to the United States.
Am I right in saying that the top trade advisor to the incoming president of Mexico has said exactly what you're saying, that there could be a deal with Mexico within NAFTA by the fall? I think he said that.
Yes, that's Seade, whom we've known in the United States for quite some time. He's a well-established person, but also Graciela Marquez, the new advisor. She's been very much on board. In fact, both of them are going to be in Washington or are already in Washington. Now, I do want to emphasize that there are a lot of technical, very difficult details. So what we might expect is a very strong handshake.
Got it.
We won't get something ratified in the Congress, and probably not in the Mexican Congress either.
But a declaration of intent, a declaration of positive intent, that would work wonders. Sir, I'm sorry I'm out of time, but thanks very much for coming to us today. That's a very interesting strategy that you've got there. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.